Today's video is going to be using the Hero Arts My Monthly Hero Kit Layering Stencil. We're going to be thinking outside of the box today and exploring color combinations. So first, let's take a look at the kit. The Hero Arts My Monthly Hero Kits are subscription or you can buy individually. This month's kit for August 2022 includes a 4-piece layering stencil to create a beautiful Southwest scene. You're getting 4 mini ink cubes, coordinating dies, a small sentiment stamp set, watercolor paper, and also some Pearl X. Before I jump into exploring new color combinations, I want to show you a card where it's more of a traditional scene. So you can see how I layered up the stencil using some of the colors from the kit and also some from my stash. I shared this card previously on my blog. I'll have that linked down below. So now on to my card. I'm going to start with the Papaya ink from Hero Arts. I'm using 80-pound white cardstock and a blending brush to apply my ink. So I am starting by ink blending a background. I'm going with just a light layer of color because I'm going to be layering colors over the top. This next color is lemon yellow, making sure once again to just be kind of light-handed, blending into the orange and then leaving it kind of drift off or fade off so that I can ink blend it with Summer Sky, which is the next color that I'm blending on here. So this is kind of a lighter blue, and I do like to have some high contrast. So once I get kind of a nice layer of this summer blue color on here, I'm going to bring in Indigo, which is one of my favorite blues from Hero Arts. I'm going to start at the top and just kind of bring that down a little bit. Now that I have my base layer of color down on my cardstock, I'm going to bring in the first layer of the stencil. These stencils all in the bottom left-hand corner have A, B, C, and D, so you know what order they go in. I'm using my Make Art Station to hold my stencil down in place with my magnets, and then I did previously already spray pixie spray on the back, which is just a low tack adhesive to hold down some of those finer lines of the stencil. I'm going to ink blend over the top of this first layer of the stencil with the same colors I used except for the Summer Sky. So I did Indigo, the lemon yellow, and then the Papaya ink, going right over those areas and blending up into the next one. I'm going to go a little bit heavier handed, meaning I'm applying a little bit more pressure to my brush so that it really stands out from the background. I'll bring in the second layer of the stencil and I'm going to repeat those same steps. So I'm really using the same 3 colors throughout the entire stencil. It's just each time I'm going to apply a little bit more pressure than the last time so that it really stands out. Now for the orange, if you felt it wasn't enough contrast or standing out enough, you could come in with a red. You just need to be a little bit careful how much you apply with that color. Now I often get asked how I choose my colors. Mainly, I look at the rainbow. I know that by ink blending the blue and the yellow, I'm going to get a shade of green. So that is why I place those 2 colors next to each other. And then towards the bottom, I have the orange that goes into the yellow, and I know those are going to be okay to mix too. So most times I'm looking at the rainbow to see what colors work good together. And then honestly, a lot of it too is just experimenting to see maybe I can get 2 colors to mix that don't normally go together and make them look nice. So a lot of times just play with your colors to see what you can come up with. Now with parts of these stencils, the areas do get quite small, and I do want to be careful that I'm not getting that blue into the orange because that will create kind of a brownish color that I didn't want to have on the front of my card. So after I finish up this last layer of the stencil and I peel this away, I have just created this amazing scene. I kind of look at it as maybe like a different universe, kind of. It's just so, the colors are so amazing on this. Now you might notice on the edge, I was a little off with my stencil, so I am using one of the rectangle infinity dies to cut that out so the edges are nice and even. And then I'm going to bring in a sentiment from the Winding Road Heroscape. I wanted to turn this into a birthday card, so something I could use a little more than a travel card. I do have some of the cards created with this kit that are kind of more travel and good luck, but I really like to have more birthday cards on hand. So I'm stamping that with the Intens-ified black ink, and I'm stamping it twice because I do have a lot of color down there at the bottom. I cut a piece of cardstock that's going to be just a little bit bigger than my main blended panel, and I added that to a piece of pitch black cardstock measuring 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Then I'm just adding my blended panel on top of that with my tape runner, and this gives us a really nice white border. I'm using a white Prismacolor pencil to add just a little bit of a highlight to one side of my moon. In a regular Southwest desert scene, this could most likely be the sun, but I turned mine into a moon. And then to complete that sky, I'm adding little dots with my white Jelly Roll pen to make it look like stars in the background. So that is going to finish off my card project for you today. I will have all of the supplies listed down below in the video description and over on my blog as well. I hope this has given you some inspiration to play with your colors and kind of get out of the box or out of the norm of what you would normally see for a scene like this. It can be a ton of fun. If you enjoyed today's video and would like to see more from me, please hit the subscribe button and the bell notification so you're notified when new videos are posted. Here are a few other videos I think you might enjoy.